I'm back again, and the game just crashed here, and so I'm pretty much spawned on the road here. So if you're wondering what happened there, just stay with there, and the game just literally crashed. So I'm pretty much spawned right on the motorway again, and so I need to get myself out the road before these cars come. So yeah, and sorry about that there, it's just a game just crashed on me there, so you're going to get crashes in this game quite often, so, and yeah, so I think we're just coming up to our destination there. That was what we were doing there, that's where we're at the lights there, so yeah. But yeah, going back to what we were talking about, talking about being in a metal band and doing my radio station, of course, talking about radio station. And it's always good to talk. It's always good to get that out as well, because obviously, being a metalhead, of course, you get lots of good opportunities to do as well. So maybe in my next part as well, I can always talk about metal festivals and stuff like that as well, like Bloodstock Festival and that as well. Of course, I might talk about it now actually, because I mean, I think this game's actually just spawned me right back far away as well. Like it just pretty much crashed on me, and it spawned me quite far back from where I was at the off ramp. But yeah, I could talk about that, and obviously, because I went to Bloodstock Festival in 2018, and that was like the first time I've ever been to a festival, an open air festival, and it was Bloodstock. And Bloodstock was a great festival. I mean, it was great what you can do. I mean, great what it was as well. I mean, what the bands were. I mean, playing that year in 2018. I mean, you got Judas Priest headline at one of the nights as well, and Gallowgate and Nightwish, I believe, were headliners in 2018. So that was then just a great night. It was just a great festival. I mean, so, and yeah, I mean, going back there, I mean, it was just I just missed that aspect of the festival sort of thing these days as well. I mean, obviously I don't know I'll be going back there anytime soon, but I mean, it was a good opportunity, because I mean, getting there was something I would want to go to. I would always like to go to a metal music festival, metal festival, and obviously I got a good opportunity to get to Bloodstock that one year in 2018. It was just good, and obviously it's just a bit of a long journey as well. It's kind of like here, driving on this game, you're driving quite far, and it's 6 hours. Well, not about 4 or 5 hours pretty much to get down to Burton-on-Trent, I think, somewhere in that area. I mean, it's a long journey, I mean, to travel. And then yeah, I mean, of course, it was a good opportunity for my friend to drive us all the way down there as well, which is really good, because he wanted to see Gojira as well. He's a big Gojira fan. I'm talking about my guitar teacher again, who got in touch with me, the band, just going on that episode earlier. He's the same person that drove us to Bloodstock as well. So yeah, it was a really good opportunity that year to see Gojira playing that time, and he enjoys that, and he enjoys that band, one of his favourite bands. I'd like them as well. I mean, I like Gojira, I like their sounds. I've got a speaker camera ticket here. I'm going to go through the lights here if I'm not careful. The truck's got really good rankers as well, which is great. But yeah, great opportunity to get to Bloodstock that time. Like, it's just a good opportunity. So hopefully one day, eventually get back to Bloodstock again in the future. But yeah, I only did that 1 year in 2018. I've seen lots of bands. I believe Devil Driver playing. There was Gojira, there was Gallowgate X, there was Wednesday 13, there was Emperor, there was Power Trip as well. Power Trip were playing. Possibly the vocalist actually passed away last year. was a real shame about that as well, but he passed away. There was then there was Power Trip, there was I even can't remember off my, this truck just stopped in the middle of the woods. There's a car. Yeah, and Power Trip, and I actually don't remember some of these bands. I mean, kind of forgotten some of the rest of the bands. There was definitely Driver, there was Fozzy as well. Fozzy were playing, Fozzy, Chris Jericho's band. I've never seen them, they're great. Fozzy, there was Hills, Fozzy. Yeah, it's good to be hard for me. Think of the bands. But yeah, Judas Priest as well. They were just a great headlining the set. That one of the nights. Of course, just a great band. Judas Priest. They really some really good riffs. Going on for 50 years at least. They're going to get their sort of 50th anniversary tour, and they're meant to be playing Woodstock this year as well. So I think they've got their 50th anniversary tour coming up this year. So yeah, I mean, just great for Judas Priest to be playing. So yeah, Judas Priest, and they got At the Gates. That's one I remember. And At the Gates. Got Cam Cots are great, and great seeing them. So that's another band that I saw. Like to see like Bolt Throw or something one day as well. Meshuggah and Trivium and some bands like that eventually if they're going to do another festival. I like to see all these bands. I like to see Tool or something as well. But yeah, just a great festival. I mean, just Woodstock and all. I like the atmosphere. It isn't a big festival, it isn't a huge festival. It's not like Download Festival, Download Festival being massive, of course Download's been the king of metal festivals pretty much since the start of it. Like the Monsters of Walk or something, it's obviously came from there. Eventually time just changed to Download Festival, and it's back in the sort of mid 2000s. Yeah, like it's just so many bands, so many festivals. I mean, Woodstock's been going on for a while too. I mean, that's been going on since the mid 2000s too. So Woodstock's been going on for a long time. So, but yeah, I mean, lots of great festivals out there. Woodstock's not a big field, like it looks tiny probably if you're at the Download Festival. The Download Festival is obviously sort of the main music festival, rock festival in the UK. I mean, Download Festival pretty much is a rock metal festival. They have lots of more bigger bands there, I think, at Download. And obviously Woodstock's a bit more sort of run of the mill, but there's also got some of the smaller bands that come along as well to Metal to the Masses, which is a sort of metal sort of battle of the bands sort of thing. They have a bit of that going on there as well. It's just a really cool sort of opportunity for some of the bands from here as well to play it as well. And there's a couple of Scottish bands that have played Woodstock in the past, like Dog Tired and I think Ramage Inc as well, possibly. And I think Regrets the Spirit have played it as well. And I think there's going to be an opportunity as well for some of the Scots bands to play it again this year as well. So yeah, but I like to get back to Woodstock again in the future. I like to get back there. It's just a long drive to get there as well, and obviously I don't drive myself. Of course I'm driving a truck, but I don't drive in real life, of course, and so I don't think I'll be able to go there. I need to move I'll actually need to move the trailer for a wee bit. Yeah, but I don't drive obviously, so I'm pretty much then going to have to just then hopefully get an opportunity to go again at some point with someone else that can actually drive as well. It's just the thing these days. But yeah, I mean, I would prefer going to Woodstock again rather than Download. But yeah, but yeah, I think that's us then just done our delivery now. I can also maybe stick another one on, maybe do a wee quick one of the rock sort of delivery where we maybe end off this part off. But yeah, and we'll see we go. One £83 one, it's a cheap one, €83. It's just that's the cheapest one to do. It's just around the rock. So yeah. But we'll have to get back to Woodstock or Download Festival. I am one of these festivals. I like to get into them. I like to hopefully get in the sort of festival spirit again. See all these bands. So yeah. And yeah, the campsite isn't that big at all as either. The Woodstock and the camping site is pretty small. So you think it's bigger, like a bit of bigger version of the Medals Festival or something that we have here as well. Like, of course, the Medals Festival, I don't know if they do metal bands there, but that always seems to be a music festival that happens in the Meadows, of course, in town. So, but yeah, I mean, this has been a good conversation. Like maybe in this game or something, and of course then I can maybe do deliveries to Wacken or something. Wacken open air. I can always then drive to Wacken or something with this truck. So Wacken would be Wacken would be quite cool to go to as well. I mean, it's one of the big, massive German metal festivals out there. Kind of like German's sort of main festival. Music metal festival, I think probably the biggest one. I think Hellfest's maybe the biggest festival in Europe, but you got Gospop as well. I think this is one in Belgium. I think every country has its own sort of metal festival, and it's always the big main big one, the one and only, and it's always the big one. So I think Hellfest in France, I think might be the biggest metal festival in Europe. I could be wrong actually. Maybe Wacken's maybe the biggest. So just imagine then driving the scania to Wacken or something. And of course this is in Germany as well, so I can always then do a delivery to Wacken or something. I actually don't know the exact location where it is. But yeah, I mean that's always going to be a good opportunity to do, is to go to Wacken one day. I mean, it's a long journey. It's a long journey. Maybe see the Switzerland or Kuwait or something playing headlining that or something. A big massive crowd going on there. But yeah, I mean, just in general, like, I can use the Gigaliner trailer in this game as well. They got a trailer called the Gigaliner, and that always seems to be a good trailer to actually used to deliver band amps or something, or band equipment or something, because it sounds like you can tell they're like Gigaliner. You would think that's more for gigs or band stuff. But apparently there's a Gigaliner trailer in this game, and that would be quite good. That would be an awesome trailer to use. So yeah, metal stuff, your amps. So I could do a delivery to Wacken or something in this maybe with the Gigaliner. Bit of roadie or something. Maybe do that in this game. That'd be sick. Just that would be proper Metalhead trucking for you there. If I'm not delivering cat toys or bread or any of that, just your sort of run-of-the-mill sort of stuff in this game. Delivering amps or guitars to Wacken in this game. Being a roadie, that's the life of this Metalhead trucking. That's what you want to do. That's the life of the Metalhead trucking is to be based on me roadie and stuff rather than driven and your sort of noodle and bread and that, like of course your sort of generic stuff that you used to food from the supermarkets and that rather than that. But yeah, so I'll need to try that one day. And so we're just about to finish this one now, and how about I do another wee quickie as well. I'm just doing this really quick to one of the mill driveways. I guess it'll be the cheapest one, so if I find one that's only like £100 or something, it's just around the corner. So I'll do another wee quick driveway, and this is actually probably up that way, but we'll do this one, and then we'll actually I'll call this one a journey over, I guess. And so yeah, I'm hoping you guys are enjoying my on the road series so far. I'm hoping you're enjoying what I'm doing and doing lots of good deliveries and driving lots of stuff. Not amps or guitars. It's always good to have stuff like that in this game, since this trailer looks more like you could put amps or guitars in it. Be a roadie, that's wife is a roadie, driving stuff with bloodstock or whacking or something. Of course, that's the thing about this game. That yeah, I'm hoping one day I'll get back to bloodstock open air. One day get to see all these bands, get to hopefully get back to doing what I'm doing, getting back to seeing loads of metal bands and loads of metal bands out there, and just so many metal bands. Just hoping you see them again at some point as well. Hopefully enjoy them. Hopefully this game won't crash on me again. What happened earlier, because that's what happened. I pretty much crashed on me, and I had to kind of cut the video off a wee bit, cut it there pretty much, and then just start talking again, probably up the highway again. So yeah, so it's been nice talking about metal bands, me in a band, how I got in a band, of course, and me talking about a bit of my radio station, a bit of metal festivals. I mean, what else can I talk about? There's so much. I mean, because this is why it's called Metalhead Trucking, so I'm just keeping this one relevant to metal music and festivals. But yeah, I should have been another way, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's kind of one of the things to say now, since I've been talking about so much now. Just concentrating on my driving pretty much. I always like to fix the indicators, because the indicators self-cancel really easy. I just don't know why. I'm noticing that so many times. I'm indicating and the indicators cancels. It's just like even turning. It might just be the wheel or something on this game. It's so sensitive or something, eh? And we'll go this one, eh? But yeah. I like to see Download Festival one day as well. I like to go there one day. I mean, you think about festival life as well. It's always a mud bath as well. There's a lot of mud going around when it gets really shit and that, when it all rains and all that. You got all these metal fans all covered in mud. I mean, that's probably the enjoy of that, I guess, because they like to sort of slide in it or something, since that's part of the life. Well, you'll be surrounded with all the mud. Not just when you go to festivals, you're not going to be like a queen as a dodo or something. You're going to get mud maybe. Because I know that's part of it, yeah. And I feel like pretty much Woodstock's in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. I mean, it's just in a wee sort of just park. I think it's called Cutting Park, Cutting Park, I believe. It's just outside Burton-on-Trent, I think. It's just in the Midlands. So yeah, just a long drive. It's a long drive to get there. I won't be probably doing that for a while. I mean, I'd like to get to it one day, but I just don't know how. That's the thing. I like to get there one day. I think this way, this merging, and not really telling much. That's fine. I'll just get through now. Yeah. I'd like to get there one day, and I also like to see maybe a lot of these bands that maybe like to play there as well. Like, of course, lots of these bands that can make it to Birdstock is always great, or even Scottish bands in general playing Birdstock, and it's always good to see that's a good opportunity for them as well to play in front of thousands of fans. Maybe not on the main stage, but on the soapy Lanks or on the Jägermeister stage or something. These small stages. I think there was a Jägermeister stage there. I think I can remember there was some local bands playing the Jägermeister stage. I don't even know who they were pretty much, but I remember I'll probably see a lot of these UK bands, these local UK bands, maybe the Green Light and not the Green Light. Hopefully I've not went too late. And yeah, Jägermeister stage is great. They've got some great bands there. I think I saw a couple of bands. I remember seeing Breed from Ifreann playing at the Social Lank stage in 2018. And Breed from Ifreann, one of the sort of new Scottish metal bands that seem to be quite high, making high fire for them. Like, I like Breed from Ifreann. They seem to be doing quite well. Like what they do, they've been at it for years. I mean they've played Edinburgh a few times as well. Like, of course they're from Glasgow, that's the band, but I mean they're just great what they do there. They're like similar to like Chimera a wee bit. They sound quite modern sort of sound. I think they do a bit of metalcore back in the day, but they do a bit more sort of groove metal. Maybe a more sort of modern, sort of groovy, melodic death metal maybe. I don't know exactly. But yeah, the Breed from Ifreann, I'll check now. You can check them out as well. Another great band. But yeah, like to get back to metal festivals one day. See all these bands. See and get back in that sort of spirit again. Hopefully get some good friends that maybe can drive or something as well, and hopefully get ourselves all muddy or something in a day, in a weekend or something. Just that's what it's about. I mean, we did have a bit of rain during the festival in 2018, but it wasn't too heavy. Like, we weren't like muddy or that. I mean, the ground was quite muddy at one point, like at some point in the festival, but it wasn't like really bad. Everywhere we went, we were in a lucky camp spot as well, where we picked a tent. We were quite lucky because we didn't have a muddy campsite, a muddy area. We were quite lucky to be away from the mats and mud. So yeah, just imagine it being in the bottom of the oh, I'm going the wrong way. How am I doing that? I'm going into the warehouse in the front rather than backwards. But yeah, you'll get yourself muddy and you'll have to find a place to pitch your tent in a better area. I don't even know what I'm doing this trail. I'm just randomly just pulling it anywhere. But yeah, I mean, I think you've enjoyed this conversation of Birdstock. Me talking about metal festivals, talking about metal bands, me in the bands, and also talking about a bit on my radio station, talking about some bands that played Birdstock as well. That's in 2018. I'd just like to get back to it again in the future, like see more bands and see lots of Scottish bands maybe trying to sort of fulfill their opportunity to get there again. Looks like it went green again, so I'll just dump out there. And like off the beaten track again, like a few videos ago, I packed the trailer off the actual opening, so I'm doing that again pretty much, so I'm offline at all. I get to the freight office, and that's just, got cat toys. I don't even pay attention to what I'm delivering these days. I'm just thinking, you see it's cat toys. We're in Hanover, aren't we? I keep forgetting where we are now. We're in Hanover. So yeah, so I think we're going to call this one done for today. I mean, I hope you enjoyed. Let me shut the truck off actually. Let me do that. Of course. And so that, yeah, get the headlights off as well. Of course. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and of course apart from the crash we had halfway through the video, it's been pretty good. So hopefully you've enjoyed me talking about metal again, heavy metal, Metalhead trucking part 2, or gameplay 6 but part 2 of heavy metal trucking. So yeah, so we should get some roading going on in this game, because this looks like this truck could be good for driving amps and pile stuff and all your guitar techs and that, you know, sort of proper roading sort of trucking. This truck would be quite good for that, even if it's just a standalone truck. That's what they use anyway, they use these sort of standalone trucks, like, yeah. But yeah, I should use the Gigaline or something. The Gigaline seems more like a actual gigging trailer to you, pretty pretty much using that per band. I'll quickly show the Gigaliner trailer before we call it quits, and I'll show you what it looks like. I didn't even go through the trailers very well, but there's the Gigaliner trailer, and that'll show you Gigaliner box. That's it. So this is what it looks like. So it's pretty much a really long trailer. It's like a sort of dolly trailer. So you got a dolly steer axle at the front, so that obviously steers at the front, but you've got like standalone wheels at the back. But this is like the trailers they use in like Sweden or something. They do need a dolly. They have the dolly trailers, and it's the only thing is it's difficult to reverse it. Actually, let me no, I won't buy it now, but I would have gone to buy it. I was about to buy it, but I didn't bother. But yeah, they use a lot of these in Sweden. It's just like quite intense what they do. I mean, that's how it works in Scandinavia. They use a lot of these dolly trailers. But yeah, that's it. And that's me just about finished it now. But hopefully you enjoyed today's gameplay. Of course, I'm going to get you more on the road series, so I'll continue doing this. So I might make more Metalhead trucking. I don't know what else is to talk about metal wise, but I can always just cross between sort of metal and stuff. But I mean, I've talked a lot about bands. I talked about Broadstock music, about metal festivals, and I've talked about my radio show. I talked about some of these Scottish bands playing that could play it as well. So hopefully they'll have opportunity as well. So yeah, and that's me finished it then. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give us a like to this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you comment below, and I'll have of course the gigs playlist and on the road playlist at the end if you want to check out both of these playlists. Make sure you do, and I'll catch you in the next video. And so for now.